discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yeah, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. This amazing afternoon, evening from my end. It's exactly 1 minute past 8 p.m. Right in the 254. My name is Joby, to everyone who's here for the first time on all our YouTube channels, on the radio station, to those who are with us on Spreaker, Spotify, wherever you're catching me live from. Karibuni sana once again. As we continue, we're going to be talking about today again, still on the Epstein files, literally still looking at what is happening. The black people have been mentioned on there, and I love actually the topic because we have Whoopi Goldberg, who literally addressed the fact that her name literally appeared on the Epstein files, and she actually insisted that being there doesn't mean that she's guilty, and much more of that. Also, there's a video I shared on the WhatsApp page, the Black Hot Fire Network WhatsApp page, of Michael Jordan trending after fans questioned literally on what was seen on the camera, literally him touching a child's butt, because that's what I saw personally too. I can't defend that. That's what I saw, literally. So we're going to be talking about that, and the people also reaction from TikTok, and literally much more. Still want to talk about the social security. I feel like it's a serious matter that should be dealt or discussed about, because if you're looking forward to retire in America, your social security money is, you're not going to get that, literally. And much more to say. If you're gonna have enough time, I'd love to share a video literally talking about the Egypt, how the Africans, which they call the ancient, how the Africans literally worship the sun, and what the sun literally means to us, and why they're trying to block the sun currently, and much more. So karibuni sana. But before we get into that, again, the only way you can get our amazing supplements is by downloading our app on the Google Play Store. Black Hot Fire Network is the name. And once you have the app, if you are an Android user, you can get us on the Google Play Store. If you are an iPhone user, www.blackhotfirenetwork.com is our link. Or if you're using a laptop as well to literally stream with us. We're also on Amazon and Roku TV on Android TVs. But currently, Keith has said our TV station is down. But you can listen to us via the radio station. Literally, it's up. Whether you are busy at work and you can stream on YouTube, you can just tune in with your earpods, so long as you're connected to the internet or your earphones. But karibuni sana once again. Yeah, let me share some amazing supplements that you can get, like ashwagandha, which I've shared literally. We also have much more. I'm going to share beetroot and then come back literally with what happened last week, I'd say. No, not last week, but this was on Sunday. Social Security, where they say that literally over 70 million Americans are not going to be able to maybe benefit from this because they're running out of money, and much more being explained. But for now, get yourself some beetroot. We're going to come back after this.
Beetroot, nature's powerhouse. Packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and nitrates, it's known to support heart health, boost stamina, and improve blood circulation. Our beetroot is naturally grown and harvested at peak ripeness. The roots are cleaned, dried, and finely ground to preserve their rich nutritional content, giving you all the benefits in one pure form. Add 1 teaspoon of beetroot powder to your juice, smoothie, or water, or take it in capsule form as recommended by your healthcare provider. Beetroot helps enhance endurance, lower blood pressure, and keep you feeling energized and balanced all day. Fuel your body with the natural power of beetroot. Stay strong, stay healthy. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yeah, and we're back. So I'm gonna start with these videos literally. So we had that was literally I think on Sunday, where the Social Security, which provides benefits to about 70 million Americans, which say that they're gonna be running out of money sooner than expected. And actually, if you look at this information, I think it was a prediction from 2025, because when I was trying to look at articles and videos, this is something actually that was already hinted by, I'd say, 2025 July, 2025 July, 2025 April, March. Like, this is September, because this bunch of videos this been talked about, apart from them now recently actually talking about how they're going to be running out of money. But just to give you a hint, in case you're not aware or not updated, they're saying that the Social Security, which provides payment to roughly 70 million Americans, may deplete its funds sooner than previously projected, according to the new report from the Congressional Budget Office. The Old Age Survivors Insurance Trust Funds, responsible for paying retirement and survivor benefits, is now expected to run out of money. This is by 2032. That's based on the updates estimates. That's based on the update estimates from the non-partisan, CBO, which advises Congress on budget and economic matters. They're also saying that this is the new timeline in 1 year earlier than what both the CBO and the Social Security, which I need to check the CBO what it means literally, and the Social Security, or someone can let me know in the comments section. The Social Security and the Medicare boards on trustees predicted last year. However, it aligns with a projection made in August by the Social Security chief. That is, I'm not going to pronounce her name, but she also previously noted that the provisions in last year's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, including a temporary enhanced tax deduction for seniors, would significantly affect the trust fund's financial outlook. So this literally takes us to the Big Beautiful Bill Act, which literally I'd say has contributed, according to my understanding, has contributed literally to all this. Social Security operates with two separate trust funds: the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Fund, which covers retirees and their dependents, and the Disability Insurance Fund, which pays disability benefits. Although they are legally distinct, analysis often combine them to evaluate the overall financial health of the program. And they're saying when combined, the two trust funds are projected to be depleted. This is in 2033, also a year sooner than last year's estimates. While differences in projections between the CBO and the Social Security trustees are not unusual, advocates say that the update forecast reinforce the need for Congress to address the issue within the next several years, where we have Nancy Altman, president of the Social Security Works, who say that the lawmakers should act to close the funding gap while protecting and strengthening the program. So I'm going to share a couple of videos. I'd still love to know what the CBO, as I look at what the CBO literally means as we continue. I'm going to share a couple of videos from TikTok. Like I said, this is actually a conversation, according to my research, that has been going on since 2023, literally, not even last year, 2023, July, 2025. If you look at the bunch of videos literally I'm about to share, people have been talking about this. So it's something that has been hinted on for a very long time. So let me share the actual video.
Ever wonder why they want to block the sun?
Okay, so this is
Come on, man.
this is about the sun. So I'm sharing the wrong page. That's about the sun. Let me share. This is the okay. This is it. All right.
What I worry about in the case of the United States is Social Security. You see these crazy headlines about it going bankrupt. It doesn't go bankrupt, but there are credible estimates that by 2033 or so, maybe even a little earlier, the trust fund for Social Security will run out.
Exactly like I read from the article, literally, because they're saying it's predicted from 2032. Let me go back again. They're saying that the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Fund, responsible for paying retirement survivors benefit, is now expected to run out of money in 2032. And then when you go all the way down the scene, when combined the two trust funds, that is the CBO and the Social Security Trustees funds, they are projected to be depleted by 2033. So literally a year gap from there. Karibu sana Keith, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, Sadisana. How you doing, Joby?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
we're talking
That's
about
good.
yeah, we started with the social security, which is, I'd say, a pending conversation that we're still to talk about, and I still want us to talk about it. Where we had about 70 million Americans who could not benefit from the social security because they said they're gonna be running out of money. And I
Because
was
they've been
just
stealing it. You can't run out of money. They've been stealing it because it comes out of your paycheck no matter what. You can't even touch it. You don't even see it. So before you even get paid, that money comes out. So they have been raiding Social Security. It wasn't supposed to be part of the government. There was a retirement program, so you would have something because most of us can't save any money because all our money goes to pay bills. So it was a safety net in case because you're supposed to use Social Security and also throughout your life save a little bit of money, for your retirement for me. But people have bills and kids and everything else. So now the safety net has become Social Security because the companies no longer give you pensions. We used to have pensions where the business used to put away a little money. That don't happen. They stole that every time. And as I'm saying, the dumbing down of America, these people have been stealing money, but there's been no protest and overthrow of the government. America been needed a revolution. The money's not insolvent. They've stolen it, guys. Because it wouldn't go, it'd just be there all the time. They've stolen it. That's why they keep going back into it now and say, oh, now we want you to work until you're 70. You be fucking dead. They want you to give them money every year and never be able to get anything out of it because they've been stealing it. But no one's. Is anybody going to prison? No. They keep telling me they want to upraise. You got people in the streets in France because their retirement's at 60. In America, you can't retire until you're 67.
So let me just read the article for you again, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna read it again before I share the videos of the people reacting to it, because I'm saying, according to the videos I have, I can see it's a prediction that happened literally that was in 2025 by June. We have videos from 2023, people talking about 2024, people talking about it. So, but they're saying Social Security, which provides payments to roughly 70 million Americans, may deplete its funds sooner previously than projected, according to a new report from the Congressional Budget Office, that is the CBO. Like I think I understand that now.
Yeah, Congressional Budget Office, Congress.
Yeah, the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust funds responsible for paying retirement and survivor benefits is now expected to run out of money. This is by 2032. That's based on the updated estimates from nonpartisan CBO, which advises Congress on budget and equal matters. This new timeline is 1 year earlier than what both the CBO and the Social Security, Medicare boards and trustees predicted last year. However, it aligns with a projection made in August by Social Security chief, who her name I won't pronounce, and she previously noted that the provisions in last year's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, including a temporary enhanced tax distribution.
The big beautiful bill, you morons, who Trump has now screwed you. That's what the rich keep doing. They keep taking the money and not paying their fair share of taxes. So that's all. Not only have they been stealing the money, they don't pay any taxes. Because remember, Social Security is a tax. It comes out your check. They don't even pay for it, right? So not only have they been stealing the money out of there to pay for their fucking fake projects, which is fake, they've been underfunding it now too. See, they've been stealing the shit and then also underfunding it. So by the time I get the age to even get it, I want, that's and then 2033, whatever would I be? Shit, I still won't be old enough to get the shit barely, but I'll almost be there, right? So it'll be gone. All the money I done spent my whole life fucking working, and if you count the money I done put in that shit over fucking 40 fucking 5 years of working, I don't get shit. 45 years I done work. Every damn 2 weeks or every week I get paid, that money's gone. Regardless, I don't even see, huh?
Yeah, I feel like the crazy part is the fact that they keep on deducting it, like you said, from your salary. That's the craziest part. And then to announce how are you?
That's the law.
How?
Because they've been stealing it. That's the law. That's the law, Joby.
What have you been using the funds for? Where is accountability again?
There's none. There's no accountability. They know no one's gonna be held responsible. That's why they've been stealing the money. That's why when you looked at the last time, I said it told you. No, they haven't been stealing the money. They just been taking it and putting it in other places. That's stealing. We don't get the shit back. That's why it's insolvent. Why there's no money there? Because like you said, it would never be insolvent, Joe, if they weren't taking money from it. Mm-hmm. Because it comes out of everybody's check every goddamn week, every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. To continue, they're saying including a temporary enhanced tax deduction for seniors would significantly affect the trust fund's financial outlook. Social Security operates with two separate trust funds, the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Fund, which covers retirees and their dependents, and the Disability Insurance Funds, which pays disability benefits. Although they are legally distinct, analysis often combine them to evaluate the overall financial health of the program. When combined, the two trust funds are projected to be depleted in 2033, also a year sooner than last year's estimate. While differences in projections between the CBO and the Social Security trustees are not unusual, advocates say that the updated forecast reinforces the need for Congress to address the issue within the next several years. Nancy Altman, who is the name I was not pronouncing, but says that the president of Social Security said that the lawmakers should act to close the funding gap while protecting and strengthening the program.
Yeah, they want to get they want to steal all of it, Joby. I want you to pause. Go to TikTok. We could keep that open. Go to TikTok and write this. Write this in the search. Say George Carlin. George George. George and Carlin CARL. Is it LIN? Yeah, Carlin CARLIN says they're going to steal your Social Security. Says put that in. Says they're going to steal your Social Security. I say they're going to get it. These rich pricks, they're going to steal your Social Security. They've been stealing. They're going to get it. They want it. They want to give it to their Wall Street buddies and leave you fucked up. Exactly. Any money that's out there that they can think they can steal from the common man, Joe, but they're coming to get it.
Yeah, I remember you're not gonna literally, and I remember you making me pull this video, the same video you're making me pull right now. That's talking about it. Like I said, if I look at the videos I've pulled up, some videos are from 2024, some from 2023. The warning being there, literally.
Around the kitchen table, figure out threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. They want obedient workers, people who are just smart enough machines and do the paperwork.
They must be stupid
to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your social.
Pause. Your pensions are gone. Like you said, the pension that as soon as you're about to go retire, oh, your pension is gone. Where'd it go? Oh, we stole it. And that's right. We stole all that money. So what? And now, like you said, now they come for your Social Security, like Joey's reading. They're coming for it. We're going, Joey.
Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back. so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something?
Right.
They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club.
And you're
You
not
ain't
in
in it. Lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else.
Yeah,
But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated.
Thank you. At least, come on, critical thinking. My hashtag critical thinking all the time.
People capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right.
Because it's true. Anyone who cannot see that we've lost the society which cannot critically think. I don't know. You can't also critically think as a person. If you can't see our society cannot critically think, I think you yourself cannot also critically think. That's how I put it nowadays.
You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
You ain't in it.
Yeah, I was watching a video of Tucker Carlson. He was talking about the Epstein files, and he said that these people are not going to be arrested because it's like a whole pyramid of people who
run the world.
Yeah, they run the world, and they know you're not going to take them anywhere because at the end of the day, they run the world, literally. So
exactly. I don't care if you know, Joe, but I put my dick in your goddamn child's ass and then ate him. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? What are you gonna do? Nothing. You shut your mouth.
I don't want to talk about it right now. Let me just keep quiet.
The case of the United States Social Security. You see these crazy headlines about it going bankrupt. It doesn't go bankrupt, but there are credible estimates that by 2033 or so, maybe even a little earlier, the trust fund for Social Security will run out of money. And what that means is the new money coming in is just from payrolls. And so people who are receiving Social Security...
He's talking about the people coming now just from your payroll. When you had enough money coming from payroll that was being saved in there, they stole it. They took it. Then that says the money's still going to be coming in because automatically it's coming out of your check. It's coming out of your payroll whether you like it or not. You know, but they say it's not going to be enough because they stolen so much. You know, so it's not going to be enough just when people come from the checks every week. But go ahead, Joe.
Will have to take big cuts. They might lose 25% of the benefits they were expecting. So if you think voters are grumpy now, just wait till 2033, which is not long.
They're not going to tolerate it. And they've got huge voting power. They show up at the polls. And so the idea that you're actually going to impose that enormous cut is politically, it seems unlikely. I think you can almost sort of sum up all of this debt discussion and the new age of inflation with the following. I read this amazing number. This is an IMF study. It's kind of weird coming from the IMF, but I'll give it to you anyway.
Okay.
So the average 70-year-old today apparently has the cognitive ability of a 53-year-old in the year 2000. So
modern medicine, technology, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we take care of ourselves better. We work out better diet. I mean,
some of us,
some combination of these things apparently has prolonged healthy cognition way beyond where it was before. And so we are capable of continuing to support ourselves, work, earn money, and so forth. But electorates still demand the government assistance, the retirement support and so forth, that they had been getting, 40, 50 years ago. I mean, they don't want to cut in that.
Right.
And so it's that tension between we live longer, we live healthier, but we want to pretend that we don't. We want the benefits that assume that we don't. That is the number of the problem.
Which we increasingly can't afford.
Understand, pause. See, pause, that's a lie. See how they own all the media. You see the propaganda we live. That's a lie. What they see, They're telling you a lie. They're saying they can't afford this. A lie. We can afford all this shit. They've been stealing the money. See how they put that in your mind? That's propaganda. That's how soft propaganda works. Oh, I guess we can't really afford this stuff. They said, I heard it on the news. Who owns the news, moron? They do. Ones that have been stealing the shit, saying that they can't afford it. What they just told you is a fucking lie. Oh, that's propaganda, baby. But they know they dumbed you down that you don't even know you've been propagandized to right there. What they just said was an absolute complete lie. And I'm gonna have Joby look this up. You know what they do in Argentina right now? Because they stole all Argentina's money. That's why we had to pay Argentina, right? Because the Jays are there, right? So Argentina today, and this for you goofy African women that take your panties down for an Argentinian white man who comes visit, okay? It's for you motherfuckers that just go get people your coochie because they white. Let me put you up on game. Argentina's poor. I know you seen them white. They're white though, okay? Now, these motherfuckers now got to, oh, Joby, look this up. Argentina's now got to work 12 hours a day. They get no overtime. They get no, with cheap ways, they got to work 12 hours a day. They get no overtime, and they don't get no vacations no more. They don't get paid vacations, nothing. And they got to work 12 hours a day. Put us up, Joby. Say Argentina passes a law where they got to work, where they have to work 12 hours a day. And their retirement has been pushed up to 70 years old. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, man, this shit's crazy, boy, because these motherfuckers in the world have stolen every fucking thing. You understand this? And everybody's been dumbed down too much to protest. You're too much of a fucking moron.
Pardon?
As George Carlin telling you.
Pardon?
Say, Argentina passes 12-hour workday. Now, if you're in Argentina, now you can't retire in Argentina until you're 70. Passes, it means you got to work 12 hours a day and you get no vacation. You get no vacation pay anyway.
Yeah, this is 6 days ago. It is
Oh, I want you to show a video of everybody in the street getting crazy.
Oh.
Well, you can read that, but you can still read that though too, Joby. Go read.
Let me just share the video then. If they have videos, I don't know if there are videos. Let me see, Argentina.
Yeah, if I gotta work 12 hours a day, Joby. You ain't working no 12 hours a day, Joby. Coming to work at 2 o'clock, chilling and shit. Eat your goddamn ugali, you screamer wiki.
Okay.
Hey Argentina, what's new with you? So we're gonna be doing something crazy because we're making people work 12-hour days. What? Yes, our president was like, I'm gonna make our economy better, and he made this new law. So making people work 12-hour days will make the economy better? Well, that's not all, because he's also gonna make hiring easier. Okay, not bad. And salaries can be paid in US dollars because we have a lot of inflation. That's also not bad. Yeah, but now people won't be able to strike whenever they want. What?
Yep.
Severance
Can't strike.
Fired, they would get less money. Okay, that's also messed up to the workers. Plus, the most important one, people can legally now work 12-hour days. Okay, all those stuff look good for businesses, but not for the people. Yeah, I don't think the people will be happy about it. But the Senate approved this law, so it just needs one more step and it becomes a real law. I'll feel bad for your people. That's almost modern slavery.
Argentina is on the verge of making a 12-hour workday.
It is slavery. See, now the people that run the world, they've always, remember, they ones behind slavery. So they're just bringing back slavery. That's what that is. How close to it? Go ahead, Joby.
Under the guise of modernization. While Europe is pushing for a 4-day work week, an Argentinian laborer could potentially find himself working twice as much as his European counterpart. Here's what happened. After a marathon debate, Argentina's Senate approved President Javier Milei's labor overhaul and sent it to the lower house. So it is not fully law yet, but the hard part is behind them. Now the 12-hour part. The reform expands flexible scheduling that could let employers stretch standard day from 8 hours up to 12 hours in certain arrangements. Supporters argue it makes hiring easier and reduces under-the-table work by lowering the cost and risk of employing people. But opponents and unions are furious because this package also changes rules around firing and severance, and it adds minimum service requirements during strikes, which they say weakens labor's biggest leverage. That is why you saw protests outside Congress while the vote was happening. So this is the fight. Is Argentina setting itself up for more jobs and investment, or is it normalizing longer shifts and less powerful work? Drop your take in the comments and follow Rory for your news.
Make it work longer for less money. Of course. That's always the stand.
O que eu acho que é o correto em termos de jornada de trabalho.
Under the guise of making America great again, making Argentina great again, the Argentine president has proposed a labor reform bill that would force workers back to 12-hour work days. No sick time, very limited vacation days.
Exactly. No sick time, so if you get sick, oh well, you're gonna get fired. The Joker said, Leo, Keith, I'm not feeling good. Well, Joker, you're fired. Now, Joker, let me get 2 weeks vacation pay. You're not getting that in no fucking Argentina. You ain't getting no vacation pay. You're getting a day off. That's it. That's your vacation. You ain't getting paid for it either. You better get your ass back in the next day.
You better not sign up for giving birth to me then. You better not sign up for that shit.
Less pay and would
sign up. That's the law. I'm not even sign up. That's the law.
Don't sign up to give birth to me on that shit. Exactly. Don't sign up.
Companies
what the hell? God damn.
Do massive layoffs in order to avoid things like severance pay. And
if I try to look at it, actually, sadly, most of the people are working this way in today's economy. This is just,
of course,
as much as it's not a law, most of the people are working this way. This is
exactly.
2 jobs, you live from this shift to the other one.
Exactly.
And meet.
Aggression of labor rights is so bad, it's reminiscent of the conditions that inspired Karl Marx to start writing. And I know it's hard to care about another country as an American. Netflix and Starbucks are bound to release something to catch our attention, but I think it's best we pay attention because this dissolving of labor laws is an export from our ruling class. And I'm sure it's going to boomerang back to us.
Of course, because the same people who doing it. Remember, Harvey Millet, the president, is a cat with the hat. Yeah, this is a test run. They always do test runs in certain other countries to see how much they can get away with the shit until they bring it everywhere. Go ahead, Joker.
Just last October, our government approved of a $20 billion bailout for Argentina after the president crashed the economy and destroyed the Argentine peso. They will tell you that bailout and this recent attack on labor laws is to help stabilize the economy, when in reality, it's just to make it easier for America and other investors to exploit the workers further. The Argentine ruling class is engaging in a classic
that's your private partnership shit.
Is constantly being called into question. The ruling class is trying to revert back to their old ways, and they will use things like nationhood, identity, and economic stability in order to distract you from that fact. Don't let them. Remember that blood was spilled in order to obtain that 8-hour workday.
This is crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Hey man, America doesn't. No, America, but some countries just do. This system. Let me just say, this system doesn't make sense because it goes back to the system again. Literally, how we've been kept into.
It makes sense for it makes sense for the rich. Don't make sense for the regular person.
This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Don't sign up. Don't sign up. Don't sign up to give birth to your child. If you're gonna bring them to that shit, don't sign up, please. Stay single, stay unmarried. You can be married but don't have kids. Don't sign up because you're already suffering yourself. Please don't sign up.
You're not signing up for nothing. That's the law. The law is signing your ass up.
Exactly. The law is signing you up, so don't sign up your child for that. Literally, that's what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
In my next life, I don't want to be signed up into these things I'm seeing happening. Literally, Israel taking over our lands, people just having shit. Don't sign me up. But as we move on, I think we'll get to the Epstein file. I think I'll share the videos about the Sun maybe closer to the end of the show. We have Whoopi Goldberg, who literally talked about the fact that her name appeared on the Epstein files.
Of course it does. Her bootlicking ass. We know she got.
She's guilty.
Doesn't mean what? Yeah, of course it doesn't mean you're guilty. It's in there because you know you're a bootlicking coon. If I know you're a bootlicking coon, you know you've been probably eating kids' asses and all kind of shit. It doesn't mean I'm guilty. That's exactly what it means.
Can you put up my name is in the files? Yes. And what does it say? It says, Whoopi needs a plane to get to Monaco. John Lennon's charity, it should say Julian Lennon's
We're not surprised you
is paying for it. They don't want to charter, so they're looking for private owners. Here's the info. And they give all the information, and they're saying, do you want to offer your G2?
This is her trying to give cover. Why would they be following you? Because there's some more shit about you. So why would somebody care what airplane your ass is chartered? Why would they care? Because you've been doing other nefarious ass shit. That's why. See, that's them trying to give cover. Well, look at me. I got nothing in there. That's what I'm saying. Because people's names are in there doesn't mean they've been putting their dicks in children. I don't mean that. I mean they've been eating them. Look at me. They're not going to put you in no file, lady, because you charting the plane. You got some more heinous shit in there about your ass. That's what it means. So that's trying to use cover. Good. Go ahead, Joey.
Yeah. So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people...
Remember, that's ABC. Who owns ABC? The cats with the hat, who are part of the Epstein file. So this their puppets come out. See, anybody can be. That doesn't mean anything. Anybody. See how their fake media gives cover? But the media won't even know what they're talking about because they haven't even dealt what's in the files on their newscast. So they're just running cover. See, anybody can be in there. That don't mean shit. Anybody can be in there. Blah, blah, blah. That's what their goddamn puppet masters and told them to say. You know, because their goddamn people are up in there. People that own ABC are up in that shit. All these networks are up in there. Anybody can be in there. See, this propaganda again. So you look at their goofy shows and you like, then they give you your narrative. Oh yeah. And I call my brother, man, Epstein files. Yeah, but they say anybody can be in there, Keith. That's what they say on the news. Anybody can be up in there. Fucking moron.
People are trying to turn me into... I wasn't his girlfriend. I wasn't his friend.
You were too old for him.
I was not only too old, but it was at a time...
They're making jokes about the shit. What's funny about them fucking babies and eating kids? See what they're trying to do? They're trying to destroy like this is nothing. It's nothing. Oh, I was too old for him. You weren't too old to fucking, was you old to eat a baby? You old to fuck a baby? See how they're trying to trivialize this? This is called mind control. This is propaganda. Because they own all the networks. They own all of it. That's why you see in France and England the same old fake ass news and shit. Oh, I was too old for Epstein. Epstein's a fucking vicious, rapist, pedophilic, baby killing, eating motherfucker. What are you talking about? Oh, I was too old for Epstein, and I was too black. What? Go ahead, Joey.
You know, where this is just not... You used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump was on the list 38,000 times.
Well, I can't speak to him, but I'm speaking about me because I'm getting dragged. People actually believe that I was with him. It's like, honey, come on. Every man that I've ever been with, you've known about him because either the Inquirer every man you've been with has been a cool and anti-black. Joby showed you 2 years ago when you were Ted Danson and you playing up in blackface and said it was all right to call us niggas to our face. Do you remember the men you dealing with, you bum bitch? We know you in them files doing all kind of wicked shit because you're fucked up. Even my mom, who always too nice to you motherfuckers, even she was like, God damn, this Whoopi bitch is fucked up. My mom gives all you goofy niggas passes back in the day. Oh, don't judge too harsh, kid. All that old shit. All that old goofy shit she would say. You know? Yeah, Ted Danson and his wife and flipping and blackface. There they go.
They would show him in blackface. But Ted Danson almost destroyed his career. Said, I told him he could wear it. I told him okay to be blackface and call us niggas. And even my mom had to say, I had to cancel this bitch. All the bootlicks and handkerchief head motherfuckers. This is a handkerchief head ass bitch here. You in them files, bitch. And we know you done all kind of heinous shit. You've always been a handkerchief head. Puppet ass negress. Get your ass out of here.
Biggest mistake probably that I've ever made in my life. Last night, couldn't sleep, looked at the files, started with documents, moved on to video.
That shit's disturbing. No, let me say, it is disturbing if you victim. She's like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. Oh, the Epstein file. Oh, that shit will fuck your mind up. Talking about them sitting around pulling a baby's leg apart and putting it in a salad. That's your fucking mind? Oh, pulling a baby's leg apart and eating it with a salad. What? Go ahead, Joby. Fuck your mind up.
Kid, you've watched those videos?
I read the files. I didn't watch the shit, Joby. I seen some. I can't watch it. I've seen some of. When I used to go on the dark web, I used to see some of that shit from the Pizzagate. I never knew all this shit was real.
Yeah, I remember people from the
Yeah, and get the dark web will fuck your mind up, man. If you're not able to have a strong mind. If you don't got a strong mind, you'll sit there pissing on yourself, crying for 3 days. Because you don't know how the real world works. When you see how the real world works, you're fucked up in the head. What do? You can't go back to Disneyland. You out in the real world. Everybody else just walking around in the Hollywood world. You know the real shit works, what people really do, who run this planet. Fuck your mind up. So, no, I know. I just read the files. I didn't go back and look at a lot of that shit. I read the files. They were talking about them, chopping up somebody's leg and eating with a salad and shit. Like, man. God damn. I just say, that's funny.
Bloody hell. We're living in bloody hell. I had to stop because I can't unsee what I saw. I watched.
That's right. Exactly.
I watch horror movies. Not even close.
Not even close. Go read them files.
Screams of young kids. Fear in these children. These people are the devil walking earth. The devil is on earth. It was horrible. Unaliving of children.
Yep.
The idea that they've been unaliving children, cutting up intestines and eating them.
Yeah, I told you. Cutting up the food, cutting up intestines, eating the body. You're like, what? Oh, it's the most heinous shit. And like I said, most people can't fathom this kind of fucking evil. That's the African mind, all loving and think everybody's all good. Put that into an African mind. They can't even understand this is real. Okay, what? Shit.
Even him talking about it and me remembering I was watching a horror movie yesterday and it was a horror movie because even the horror movie I was watching, I was like literally just turning my head away when it comes to the flesh side because I couldn't look at
that. Ain't your horror movie ain't got shit on the Epstein files.
Wow. Oh my God. I'm not.
At all.
Personally, I can't go that deep. I can't even read that. I'm sorry. I'm good. Hello, information I'm giving. Okay, I'm okay. God damn.
And Joby knows a lot. So imagine the average motherfucking African.
No.
What?
Violating, essaying these children.
Yep.
I mean, I've never in my life, if you had told me in my wildest dreams, I swear, maybe I'm naive. Am I naive?
You're naive.
But if you told me in my wildest dreams that this kind of thing is happening in this country or in,
it's in the world.
This whole
the world.
Pain and power. I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you. There's no way.
Of course you believed you. Exactly. Now, what I was saying this 10 years ago, people didn't believe me. That's my brother. I'm nut. I'm crazy. You crazy fucking nut. Because I know it sounds crazy. I get it. It does sound crazy because it's so despicable and evil, but it's true. It's true. All these babies getting snatched up out the street. These motherfuckers have been, and this is, you don't know their culture. This ain't nothing new. They just had it hidden. But they all savages back in the day. They was always eating babies. They try to hide when Joey read about the damn crusade of the kids. They ate them motherfuckers. Put them in a pot, threw some potatoes up in there, and ate them motherfuckers. Yeah, that's right. They've been eating babies. You think we know they've been eating us in slavery? Cutting our skin off, making furniture and shit, making handbags, sandals and shoes. They've been doing this. Somehow people's about all this stuff. It stopped. All your goopy churches are all involved. Your goopy mosques, all your goopy Allah niggas in your goopy church, all that shit's involved. Because they were all started by the same motherfuckers. Yeah. How about that? That's why he don't believe. He's like my brother. I don't believe it. I know you don't, moron.
Because it's so diabolic hate for you to believe this is real. You know, I think even the unrealistic fact of it is when you talk about even the underground cities, that still is unbelievable to me that we really, really do have underground cities. That I can still find that myself, despite us talking about
exactly.
I still don't. I try imagine. I'm like, damn, for how long has this been in movies? Maybe we don't know because these people show us some crazy things in movies.
Yeah, it's been in movies.
Nah, it's unfathomable. So I get him.
Well, shit. I have to go see for myself because I keep taking third-party accounts of this thing, and my solution is that whole government that's allowing this to happen. The leaders need to go. They need to be taken out of their positions.
The leaders are the ringleaders of this, I think. The leaders are the ringleaders.
Because we can't
fucked up in the head.
Our whole system is being undermined. We're looking like the fool of the earth.
Yeah.
Everybody's laughing at us, and we sit here and do nothing.
Everybody's laughing at you, but this is everywhere. This ain't just one country, moron. It's all these countries. This ain't a country thing. It's a world thing. And you have Putin. Putin came out. The West has been eating babies and drinking blood for a long time. This has been known. Exactly. Been eating babies, drinking blood. All you think motherfuckers running around Africa talking about eating Kenyans. Eat these niggas.
But if people want to rally or do whatever it is, I'm in. Go to Capitol, I'm in. Because this is bad, man. I feel like ashamed to be human. And we're just letting it go. As I said before, if this was Obama, oh my goodness, what are we doing?
He's so stupid.
Thoughts and comments below.
He's so stupid. He don't know Obama's a part of this, you fucking moron. If it's Obama, they'd be doing now. Obama's part of this, stupid. I hate to tell you that. He still don't even know who's even behind this shit. He think this is some Trump and them shit. No. No, moron. The people that run the world.
Someone says on the comment section of this video, I will never read any of those files. I can't even try doing that. Exactly. I can't damage my mentality past that. I'm protecting my innocence, man. It's damaged already with all the information I have. It's more that keeps on exposing itself. So I can't go literally damage my mind more than
that's gonna throw you over the edge, Joby. All your innocence will be gone. It's over for your innocence.
I'm good. I'm okay. Like him, let me stick to the horror movies. I can deal with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Exactly. The horror movies got nothing on Epstein file. Nothing.
Someone says they are so powerful they can't even arrest them because they all belong to the secret societies.
Yep. How about you ain't see no arrest? See, there's no more scam. You live in a government. You live with laws. That's all fake. It's all fake. You ain't see nobody be arrested. You ain't see nobody be arrested at all.
The last comment I'm going to read on this, someone says, what do you mean if it was Obama? He is in there too.
Exactly, stupid. Exactly, dummy.
Tupac's daughter already told us the evil of the Obamas, but Trump is the whole reason why we have seen these files now. As
No,
big
he's not. Trump didn't try to release him. He's trying to keep him hidden. Had nothing to do with Trump. It's because of our system. They wanted to keep him hidden. They couldn't anymore because they were going against the law, with the Constitution. So they had no choice. They had no choice. That's why he kept saying, "I'm not going to release those files. You better not release it because if I go down, everybody goes down with me." That's why he kept telling you, "All them files are old. Nothing to see." And he's still talking about those files. Nothing about that.
So let me play this one.
Well,
And I want y'all to stop spreading misinformation about the Epstein files. Who told y'all there were no black girls in it? Who told y'all there were no black girls in the Epstein files? There is a blue-eyed black girl from Ghana specifically mentioned in the Epstein files. There were absolutely black girls on Epstein Island. They probably just didn't care enough to talk about the black girls on Epstein Island. Not only that, I'm pretty sure nobody was fucking looking for them. Do you know how many black girls go missing every fucking year?
Yeah, exactly.
My cousin disappeared, never found till
Year, and nobody's fucking looking for them. And once you're classified as a fucking runaway, especially as a fucking black girl, no one ever fucking looks for you. And the police will do anything to classify a black girl as a runaway so they don't have to do their fucking jobs. Oh, she was just having trouble at home. What fucking teenager doesn't have an attitude at home? Oh, she probably ran away with a boyfriend. She's a teenager. She is not allowed to experience life and have a fucking boyfriend. That means she just ran away with him. Like, what the fuck? There were black girls on Epstein Island. There are black girls mentioned in the Epstein files. Please stop letting TikTok lie to y'all, because once that one lie starts, it gets spread and it snowballs into something else. And now people just think there's no black girls in the fucking Epstein files. Somebody made that shit up, and it was probably somebody white.
But we know they're there, exactly.
South Africans, do you know that there's a South African on the Epstein files? Did you know that? South Africans, did you know that? This is crazy. So
I know,
this is
it was your daddy.
The list that was released had actually initially redacted the South Africans that were involved. But now that list has been released. I'm gonna drop a video that's gonna explain a little bit more about this. Just stay.
In the spirit of Black History Month, this video is for Black people and Black people only. If you do not fit that criteria, I'll give you a moment to scroll. Thank you. Some of us have forgotten our power. When I say power, I'm talking genuine, true, spiritual power. If you're one of them hardcore Christian Black people, give me a second. Try your best to fight through it. With all this completely unsurprising, but genuinely still atrocious information coming out about celebrities and the stuff they'd be doing, I don't need to be explicit. You guys know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about right now. They've been using their version of spirituality, their rituals, to do unspeakable things, to continue to hoard power and wealth and energy. I know it's shocking to hear and see, but none of it should be surprising.
So with this, I'm gonna shift this conversation, and maybe I'm gonna give Keith the chance to conclude this, Epstein whole thing. Then I'm gonna share a video literally of how it's important for us, especially melanin people, again, which Keith has talked about a couple of times, of sun gazing. And maybe if we sun gaze more, which also we've seen them trying to block the sun, maybe we could be more alerted about some certain things. I don't know if it really makes sense. But Black people are so sun
gaze when you start getting your downloads from the creator of the universe.
Scared of the sun. They're like, I've seen so many people, especially the time we had the heat wave in Kenya. That was literally the whole of January, mid February, because it just started raining. That was on Sunday. Yeah, it started raining on Sunday. So most of the people have been using the sunscreens. These all UAVs protection for the sun. And I'm like, again, we're Black people. Shout out to one of my friends who was telling us, we're not supposed to be scared of the sun. We're melanin people. You're supposed to
Exactly. You're not supposed to put that shit not supposed to put that cancerous shit on your body either, that fucking sunblock. That's the lies you've been told by white people. Everybody needs sunblock. No, you don't. As Africans, your melanin, that's just your sunblock is your skin. You're supposed to eat the sun. That's why you're putting that shit that shields you from the sun. What that thing gives them fake melanin, as I showed you on the videos, it makes them black.
Yeah, so I have a video I'm gonna share, and pardon me if it's not giving the whole truth, but it's aligned with the truth. Time. So keep before you come for my ass. I'm telling you.
Because they've been doing this shit to us. My point is, they did so much work to demonize our spirituality.
Exactly. They got you scared, Father. Exactly. I've been saying they got you scared of the shit that's real while they use it or reclassify the shit New Age. They got you scared of what's actually real, how the universe really works. Call your shit the devil and the evil and all that shit. And they're the ones running around eating babies, fucking them, doing all kind of wicked shit. You ain't never done that, but you're supposed to be the devil. Quit doing your spiritual practices. They ones with the Jesus and the Allah, they fucking babies, and there's all those Arabs in the damn files too, with their goofy Allah and your goofy Christian. You've been fucking babies and eating them. Go ahead.
I fell for the propaganda. I felt fear and apprehension when it came to anything relating to Haitian spirituality, Haitian voodoo, because that was the point. They demonized all of our religion.
It's not Haitian, it's African. Like, Haitian voodoo, Haitian, it came from Africa, so it's African. Go ahead.
Our versions of spirituality, and they did that on purpose because they know how powerful we are. So now that all of their shit has been aired out and we understand the type of ritualistic insanity that they're doing, that should override anything that you have ever heard about any form of African Caribbean spirituality that has been negative. And I'm telling you, as someone who has also forgotten their power for so long, I forgot, and I'm only just now remembering, you don't have to look that far to find it, because you have it. It's already there. All the answers are already there. Your ancestors, all of our ancestors, they're consistently communicating with us. You just have to be at the frequency to be able to listen. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. But I think right now, in this version of the world that we're living in, this is the time for us to tap in spiritually. It's time we start undoing a lot of the damage they've done in terms of getting us to doubt ourselves and using our spirituality to protect ourselves and to get rid of them. You know what I mean? To some of y'all, that might sound crazy. I might sound woo-woo, whatever. But our version of spirituality stems from love, from community, from protection. And that's something we need to continuously remind each other of. And for everyone who's already spiritually tapped in, use it, babe. Use the magic, use the witchcraft. Like, we need it. Everyone's always talking about how everything is energy, manifest your desires, whatever. Yes, everything is energy. And when we direct our energy inward, there's so much that we'll find that is beyond human comprehension. I hope we start to understand why they've done so much work to demonize everything that we are spiritually. They're the demons. We've been known that. Now proof is coming out. So for everyone who was skeptical, now you know. So let's start tapping into ourselves. Protesting is not enough. That might be a controversial take for anyone who isn't spiritual. There's a lot that we need to do energetically to make a change. Continue to protest, continue to speak out, and tap in. That's all I'm gonna say. This message will reach whoever.
Yeah, I feel like what she means, personally, my understanding of inward is where I think we focus so much again on this distraction, this illusion of all this again, distraction they keep on putting on our faces, all this, so we cannot even tap back into our true selves.
To ourselves,
to be focused on everything that is going on in the world. The economy is bad. Oh my God, this.
Exactly.
Believing even things like death, being distracted from it and all that. I feel like it's that's what I'm getting. That's the information.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. That's true. Exactly. What she's saying. That's true.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that's on the chat before I get to share the video about the sun and why they're also trying to block the sun. We've talked about it a couple of times. Shout out to 10 Speed and Sunken One. I see you, Jibba Jabba. 10 Speed says now George Carlin is actually my favorite stand-up comedian. Not sure who that is, but thank you.
That's what you just played. The comedian guy said, you're in a big club and you're not in it. That's George Carlin.
Oh, he's a comedian. You know he's a comedian.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's funny as shit. He is one of the best to speak because he told you the truth, but he made you laugh about the truth. Told you about and they're making all these fake ass foods with these GMOs and this and blah blah blah. But he made it funny, Joe. He tell you the truth, but he made it funny.
Yeah. Jibba Jabba says the world is a huge Ponzi scheme run by PDF files, of course. Says, have you guys seen the Michael Jordan kid? Yeah, let me show actually that very quickly.
Michael Jordan did what?
Michael Jordan touching a kid's butt weirdly. And
I didn't see that.
yeah,
Remember, Michael Jordan's a coon. That's another coon. I'm sure he probably. I remember that's another boot licking, white ass kissing coon. So remember, like Jesse Jackson died. What, yesterday? Who was upset that Black America? Everybody know he's a boot licking, buck dancing, butt broken coon. We don't care about no damn Jesse Jackson, who was a known agent of white supremacy, loses ass as an agent, as a tool. We knew he was an agent, so no one gives a fuck about no damn Jesse Jackson dying. Who gives a shit? You know, this goddamn agent ass nigga. Get your ass out of here.
The video that is going viral, I shared it on the WhatsApp group.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's nothing to the sound. Literally, I want to share it silently because you can see the image. If you can see clearly, he's touching that kid's butt. As much as they're saying that he was removing ice, but we can't see no ice coming from that kid's.
Ice on that kid's butt. You know, white butt cheeks. Time. Ice. Why would you feel it appropriate to grab the child's butt cheeks? Even if there's ice on, that ain't your kid. You know some things are appropriate, what's not appropriate. You don't get out of here. Crazy ass shit.
Being a kid from behind is going viral, but here's what's actually happening. So this is Tyler Reddick's son. You can see Tyler standing right behind him and even watching Michael Jordan as he does this, smiling and then going.
The people were watching and they were smiling. That's even the craziest part.
They're smiling because Michael Jordan gets a level of understanding because he's a superstar, Joe. That's why they're not gonna see him as a vicious, dirty pedophile. Oh, it's Michael Jordan trying to be nice. They don't know that under the pants Michael Jordan's dick was probably hard. They don't know that.
Back to what he was doing. They had just won the Daytona 500 and they poured ice all over the kid, and he had ice in his shirt. You can see his shirt is wet, and Michael Jordan is just helping this kid out, breaking out the ice so it falls out of his shirt because the kid doesn't know that he still has ice in his shirt. But to the people on social media, they're taking this video what looks like completely out of context, saying that Michael Jordan is trying to grab this kid by the rear end. Fully understandable when taken out of context, especially given all the negativity that we've seen with celebrities, billionaires interacting in horrible, awful ways with kids. But in this particular video, it is getting completely taken out of context, putting Michael in a bad light. In sporting events, dumping buckets of ice on the victors is very common. There was some ice in his shirt. Michael grabbed the ice. But what do you guys think?
I don't think.
Did you see Michael Jordan touch that little kid?
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, I don't think it's not giving ice removing nothing. It's giving you touching a kid and people are comfortable with it. I'm not seeing no ice fall because I looked at that video a couple of times. You guys can tell me otherwise as well. But I didn't see no ice fall from that kid's shirt. Nothing.
He says, I'm Michael Jordan, Joby. The butt cheeks belong to me. Don't you forget it.
Ricky says, I took half of my 401k 2009. Their taxes.
Yeah. How much? That's part of his retirement. So you took your 401k. That's another retirement program, Joe. So how much taxes they take? He was probably too young in 2009. They probably took a lot of taxes from you. What's he saying?
He also says I get $2,500 disability monthly retirement from Social Security. I have to wait until he's 70 now. 10 Speed Karibu says, Keith, I dislike Whoopi more than any black person on the planet. He's
horrible.
Bad mommy. They talk about everyone else. Now she's about to get exposed.
She's horrible. Whoopi Goldberg's been one of the most bootlicking, anti-black, white ass kissing motherfuckers the last 40 years. And I used to try to explain this to my mom, but thank God she learned 10 years into this broad's career when she was talking all that crazy stuff about black people in the early 90s. And my mom was sitting there I think what was on like the chart? What's that guy that died? That white dude to be Charles, whatever the fuck his name is, on that PBS program. And Whoopi was saying all kind of crazy shit about stuff. Yeah, I can see how people can call you a nigga. It's no big deal, you know. You know, when you're black, you know, you're a nigga. If you're a nigga, just saying crazy shit. That Charles guy show, right? And so my mom was sitting there looking at that shit, and I forget. Because I wasn't living with her at the time. I was home from somewhere. And you look at that shit, she said, and I was laughing because I was looking at her face. Because Whoopi was saying all kind of heinous shit. And I was looking at my mom's face. I said, I told you. I think this, that, same thing to me. My mom said, I think this is one of the most worthless black bitches. I said, nah, 30 years ago you said you loved her. I think this is one of the most worthless black bitches on the planet. This crazy shit she's saying. That was right after she had the blackface controversy. It was like 92, 93. Remember she had a boyfriend in that blackface dressed like a black people, calling us niggas and shit. Yeah, you know, it's okay to call us, you know, it's okay for them to call us niggas and shit. And my mom was looking all crazy. I love it. I love it when you get, like, I'm glad with my brother. I love when you tell somebody something, they don't want to listen to you, and they get smacked in the head. I love it. So my mom was just like, kids, they couldn't look at nothing Whoopi did after that. I can't even watch this woman. Turn that shit off. Anything Whoopi was there, my mom was like, turn that shit off. They can't even watch this goddamn no good bitch. Go ahead, Joey.
Jibba says, yep, there are different levels of that club. She could be a recruiter or a handler.
Exactly.
This is going to make Whoopi and Oprah take a downfall. That is exactly, I'd say, our topic, which I also want Keith to emphasize or conclude on how they hunted black people on the Epstein files.
No, on the island. So in the island, if you guys don't know, we know they have. This has been known. So Joby said they put them in the movies. Yes. So I'm gonna have Joby go to. I forgot the name of that movie. As they showed this has been known, right? So so I need Joby to go. So we know they kidnap black kids all over the world and they hunt them, Joby. They take them to secret. These white people have these big estates, right, that you can't get into, and they let kids go and they'll hunt them, shoot them in the head. They have them go run and kill them. Right, so they're hunting them. So they know it's come out on the Epstein Island. They've had black children on that island hunting them, Joby, killing them, send them out there to go hunt. You know, send them out there to go run, and white people will come and shoot. Almost like the Squid Game, you know, like the Squid Games type shit. Okay, so they
eliminating and killing people, yeah.
Yeah. So they take kids because they got the power to do it. So they would take black kids and put them on the island and they would hunt them for sport. You know, just like the Squid Game. They would kill them, shoot them in the head. You know, between the ages of 5 to 10. Take the kids and shoot them in the fucking head, Joby. As they try to escape in the island and hide and, you know, they're getting all murdered, killed. So I want you to do something. I want you to go to YouTube real quick. What's the name of the movie? You got, and I know you guys seen the movie. You guys see the movie in the mid-90s with Charles Dutton and Ice-T. They were hunting his ass. He was homeless. He thought they were there to help him, and they were going to hunt his ass. What's the name of that movie? Let me give anybody remembers the name of that movie with Ice-T and Charles Dutton, and they got Ice-T was a homeless guy off the streets of L.A. And he thought they were being nice to him. They were feeding him and shit. They were taking him to a lodge to hunt his ass. What is that? I think it's called Stay Alive. Is that the name of it? I think it's called Stay Alive. I think. Let me do this for me real quick, Joey. Go to YouTube and type in scene from the movie. The scene from the movie with the Ice-T, I-C-E, and then T, and Charles Dutton. The scenes in the movie, because I don't know the name of the movie, that's why I gotta say the name. Scenes in the movies with Ice-T and Charles Dutton. Huh?
Ice-T or Ice-H? Ice-T?
Ice-T. It's only we get some Ice-H. You drink Ice-T, Joby. Ice-T. Ice H. The hell is that?
You put that in YouTube. It's not me.
Ice H. Ice T. They say Charles, and they say the movie with Ice T and Charles Dutton when they were hunting him. So the movie with Ice T and Charles Dutton where they were hunting Ice T. What was the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of the damn movie. But see, remember, Ice T played a bum. He was a homeless motherfucker, and the guy promised to get him a job. Did you say the name, Joey?
Yep, surviving the game.
Yeah, that's it. Surviving the game. That's it. So here you go. So here you go. Let's see if we're gonna put one of the things. So Ice T plays a homeless guy, and he thinks the guy said, "Yeah, man, we're gonna." He's being recruited, like Jibba Jabba said, recruited. So Charles Dutton is recruiting him so they can hunt his ass. Hey man, we got a job for you. You don't need to be out in the streets. Times is hard. And then Icy like, yeah, I can't believe I need this choice, man. I need this chance. I'm glad you're here to help me out. Yeah, brother, we're gonna help you out. And they take him into this place. They start hunting his ass. You're like, what? So now say a scene from Surviving the Game where Ice-T is getting hunted. Got the name of that damn movie. Surviving the Game. Okay. For educational purposes only, YouTube. So,
turn left onto Mobile Street North.
So let you know that they're trying to
In 800 feet, turn left onto Alexander Street.
And so this is what happens how you get hunted.
So this is for educational purposes only, YouTube.
Yeah.
Turn left onto Alexander Street.
Put the copyright thing up there.
Got it.
There you go. For educational purposes, YouTube, try to describe how they hunt people in the world, and they always put in movies.
Okay, let me remove it.
Yeah.
I think that's a shorter version. I don't know.
Yeah, show them why they're getting hunted, Joe. He says they're hunting them. They see the talking. That's them buttering up. He don't know they're about to hunt his ass.
Wow. I don't want to imagine that's reality, literally, of the Epstein files, because that's the reality. Yeah, literally. I don't want to imagine that's the reality of the Epstein files, literally. It's crazy. Find most of these movies, when you guys refer me to them, I'll not find them on Amazon, or I have to pay for them, so I can't watch them, literally.
Yeah, that was good. Mm-hmm. It's on Amazon. In fact, I gotta wait a while. See, when you request it, just wait a month on Amazon. Since they see you want it, they'll take it off the pay list. Because it's such an old movie, it won't be like the regular rotation of movies.
Okay. Yeah, but I think we're gonna shift away from that. Let me see a few comments here. Then I'm gonna share the videos. Literally, this video now about the sun, and we're gonna, I think, close up with that as a conversation as well. I see Tenspeedo said that Ted Danson said he doesn't understand why she insists he put in a blackface. He said she really insisted. Yeah.
He said she almost destroyed his career because it wasn't his ideal, it was hers to be disrespectful to black people. Isn't it crazy? It wasn't him because we all thought it was Ted Danson. It was her. It was her ideal, and he didn't want to do it. You're right, Ted Speed. He wasn't. That's why as soon as he did, he got that backlash. He broke up with her ass. He got rid of her. He's almost destroyed his career. Like, hey man, you this open kind of racist, And it's Whoopi Goldberg. She was the one who had him do that vile ass shit. You know how much you hate yourself and hate your own people. That's who she is. That's why she got a fake Jewish name, Whoopi Goldberg. When her name is fucking Diane Johnson or some shit. Whoopi Goldberg. That old fake Jewish name.
Jibba Jabba says the 1927 film Metropolis, the underground city, was the cloud city. That is
Yeah, I
fake.
remember that Metropolis. Wasn't that with Charlie Chaplin or was that Buster Keaton? One of those guys. Go ahead, Joe.
Is that the one you made us watch with Spikes and Katie? No, that's not the one, right?
When was that?
Underground City. The Underground City. Remember the movie?
No, not that. What's the name of the movie I made you guys? Not. You guys would have never watched. Yo, but that movie so old, you guys would never watch that. You guys have killed me. That 1927, Joe, that's 100 years ago. You guys would have never watched that movie. You won't even watch when we told you to watch the damn Invaders of the Body Snatchers from just the 70s. Like, I ain't watching that one. I'm gonna watch the new one.
I went to look for the body. I didn't find. I found it on Amazon, but I had to pay for it. So I was like, nah, I told you. I texted, nah, I can't pay for this, so I can't.
Oh, I know you. No, it's okay. So you should tell me now. You never texted me. I would have went on pay for it and would have showed up for you.
I did that night. I went and looked for it. Then I saw it. I'm like, Keith, I have to pay for this. So I think I have to find it on other sites. So I just
Which one you found? The new one or the old one?
The old one. The old
okay,
one.
Yeah, the old one. So you should have told me. I would have been on pay for it. Then you would have been to watch it. So I would have been on paid for it because I wanted to see the old one too, but I forgot about it.
Okay, it's okay. We can watch it together then, maybe on a Friday movie night. That would be good. But Ansankana says Epstein is the real life Mason figure from the Hannibal movie, and also sees we have Alex the chef. Alex the chef, yes, see, you change it, not the chief now anymore. Alex the chef is back. Karibu sana, hope you're doing amazing. See, John Mosquito is the chef, not the chief.
Well, it all depends. Joby don't ever put it on. Are you on the right channel? Joby keeps putting it on Keith Newsom live instead of just Keith Newsom.
No, Keith Amur is on the Keith Newsom, Black Hot Fire, and the.
I go back and look. You're always on the Keith Newsom live. Go look it up. Like yesterday, he's on Keith Newsom live. Anyway, go ahead, Joby. Okay. Joby will say she never. Okay. You want to bet?
Yes.
You want to bet?
Yes. I'm very sure that Black Hot Fire Network, Keith Newsom, and the Black Hot Fire Network too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Joby. You lose that bet, but go ahead.
I win. Juba says, I've been black my entire life and have never got sunburn. I know, me too. I've never.
Exactly. Never, because we're not supposed to put that shit on our skin. That's that. Remember, we're tied up in their propaganda, their lies. They got control. They put this shit on. Everybody needs sun, skin. No, we don't. That shit damages our damn. The way black people get sun cancer is the things of our body that doesn't get sun. Our armpits and our feet. That's not getting enough sun exposure. That's where we get cancer from. We don't get cancer from goddamn exposure from the sun. The sun juvenates us. It powers us because we're melanated. So we're using non-melanated people's science not to go out in the sun and get energized by the sun. We're like a battery in the sun. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, and Sankanan says I was 13 years old when I would hide from the sun because my younger my younger programmed mind didn't want the dark somehow. That's what most people say. They always think about, I'm gonna get darker, I'm gonna it's really good. But also see John Mosquito says I'm gonna know if I have ice in my clothes. Of course. It is so like as well as a child, you can't say you just have ice on your clothes and you're not feeling that. So you have someone else to remove it for you. It's not even making sense to me. Literally, it's not. Jason says they helped take out the old Benny and George because they were waking up people. That is a conversation to Jibba Jabba. And I also see we have LKB, literally, cannot pronounce that name. There are other numbers, but Karibu Sana, nice to see you. Jason says surviving the game with Ice-T is real and he got away most. Yeah, so let me share this video literally as we continue. Joby, if Keith shows you movies of all the crazy shit that happened to us, you wouldn't be able to stomach it. I think he has majority, But sometimes I can't watch the slavery ones. I think personally I can't stand those ones. Like the ones where we have the people being thrown on the sea and all that. I feel like it's just too much for my emotions. I'll start crying. Nah, I don't want to watch anything that's gonna make me super emotional. So no, I'm good.
So the Egyptians said the sun is pure energy. The whole story of Jesus is nothing more than a metaphor. These are metaphors for something far deeper that the ancient writers were trying to tell you in a metaphor. There's a symbolic story. And if you don't get the symbolism, you will go for your whole life in trouble because you didn't know how to read the symbols. You don't know what's really going on behind the scenes.
The sun gives life to every living thing on this planet. Free, abundant, available to everyone.
But now we've been told the sun is bad for us. We've been told we need to protect ourselves.
Exactly. Even give crazy talk.
One regardless of status, wealth.
Exactly. It's free.
And ancient civilizations understood it as more than just warmth and light.
See,
they understood it as conscious energy.
Whenever they say ancient, say African, they understand it was conscious. Yeah, it raises your vibration, your consciousness. That's why Tho told you when we was reading the Emerald Tablets yesterday, the sun had got in a different area and the consciousness level of the people fell because they got less light. That's what that's what he was saying. The sun raises your consciousness level. That's why you must sun gaze as black people, because the sun goes straight to your irises, straight to your brain, and ignites your uromelanin. Okay, you get downloads from the creator of the universe. Go ahead, Joe.
That interfaces directly with human biology.
Exactly, our biology.
The Egyptians built temples aligned to capture the first rays of dawn.
Well, nobody named nobody. Well, nobody called no Egyptians. They were comedians. Okay, because when you think now when they say the name Egyptian, you think about them fake invaders up there. The country was never named that ever when black people ruled it, ever. Never called Egypt ever. That's why your goopy Bible's wrong. See, now some of the Bibles are slick. They try to say Kemet now. They try to go back and call it Kemet. You get some of those revised Bibles, it'll say Kim or Kemet, because now they know you know too much. It was never called no fucking Egypt ever. Egypt is another new term. The name of that land was called Kemet or Kim. Never called no fucking Egypt ever. Go ahead, Joby.
But for activity.
Jason, kindly let me know on which channel our stream is down. I see you saying that our stream has been taken down. Let me know on which channel to be specific. But I'm also trying to check on my end as we continue.
Is it back up, guys?
It should be.
Back up.
That's because of the Epstein files and what we're talking about.
No, if I were down, because we shared that movie. It's a copyright shit. Yeah.
Pineal gland, that tiny organ in your brain
that
every mystical tradition calls the third eye.
Third eye.
Is a photoreceptor. It responds to light, specifically solar light. And when you practice sun gazing the way the mystery schools taught it, something dormant wakes up. Your intuition sharpens.
Now, pause it. They call it mystery school because it's a mystery to them. See, we take that they went mystery schools. Africans call them schools. This was African science and learning. They were regular schools for us. It wasn't a mystery. All these ancient techniques, they told you evil and science. This white guy. This is science. This is real. This is real. You go, is this worshiping the devil? Oh, you've been giving fake shit and giving away your real shit that makes you a superhuman being. Go ahead, Joe.
Expands. You access states of consciousness that modern education told you were impossible.
Exactly.
And it costs nothing. That's the secret they buried. Direct access to source energy through the one power source no institution can monopolize.
Source energy means God energy. See, they tell you, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to say the source energy is God, the source of everything, the beginning. Not Yahweh energy, not Allah energy, the source, the creator of the universe. Go ahead, Joby.
Talk about protocols or practices or any of that. You need to understand why this matters. And I mean, really understand it. Because what I'm about to show you isn't just some ancient technique or spiritual practice you can add to your morning routine. This is about recognizing a pattern that's been running underneath human civilization for thousands of years. A pattern that once you see it, you can't unsee. And I need you to stay with me through this entire thing, because there's information coming in about 40 minutes that's going to completely reframe everything you thought you knew about Christianity, about ancient Egypt, about the nature of reality itself. Information they definitely don't want widely distributed. So don't click away. You've made it this far. Mental scatter. That sense of being overstimulated but undernourished. You scroll, you consume, you process information constantly, but somehow you feel disconnected from meaning, from rhythm, from any sense of inner order, and you've probably blamed yourself for it. I need better discipline. I need to focus more. I need to meditate more, read more, be more present. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is that you've been disconnected from the one thing that regulated human consciousness for millennia, before electric light, before screens, before we decided we could operate independently of natural cycles? The sun? Actually, no, let me say that differently. Not just the sun as this glowing ball in the sky. The sun as a system, as the original timekeeper, the original authority. The thing that determined when you woke, when you slept, when you planted, when you harvested, when you moved, when you stayed still. The thing that literally gave life to everything around you and demanded nothing in return, except that you pay attention to its rhythm. Because here's what nobody talks about anymore. Before governments, before religions, before any human-made authority structure, there was the sun. And it had absolute power. Not because someone said so. Not because of belief, but because of consequence. You plant out of rhythm with the sun, you starve, you ignore the seasons, you die. You lose track of the solar cycle, your entire community collapses. The sun was the first authority because it controlled life itself. And every ancient civilization understood this, not as worship, but as relationship, as intelligence operating on a scale so vast it shaped everything beneath it. And here's where this gets interesting. And I'm going to come back to this point in a few minutes with evidence that's going to blow your mind. But the word authority itself, the concept of something having power over you, that concept emerged from observation of the sun, from recognizing that there are forces in reality that operate according to laws you can't negotiate with, can't bargain with, can't escape. You know what I mean? Before kings, before priests, before anyone claimed divine right to rule over other people, there was this undeniable reality. The sun rises and sets according to patterns that predate human opinion. And if you're smart, you align with those patterns. If you're foolish, you fight them and suffer the consequences. The Egyptians didn't just notice the sun, they studied it, obsessively, for thousands of years. They built an entire cosmology around understanding solar mechanics, not because they were primitive people attributing magic to things they didn't understand, but because they recognized that the sun was the organizing principle of reality. Ra wasn't a god you prayed to. Ra was the principle of ordered light moving through time.
Shatuni, she calls the sun Ra. She doesn't say the sun, she says Ra.
Of consciousness illuminating existence, of the eternal cycle that everything participates in, whether you acknowledge it or not. And Ma'at, truth, order, justice, cosmic balance. Ma'at was what happened when you aligned with solar rhythm, when you lived in accordance with the pattern instead of fighting against it, when your personal frequency matched the cosmic frequency. The pharaohs weren't claiming to be divine beings separate from everyone else. They were claiming to be solar representatives, people who had learned to embody the principle, to become walking examples of what it looked like when a human consciousness synchronized completely with cosmic order. Now stop, rewind, think about what that actually means. They weren't worshipping, they were practicing. They were applying a technology of consciousness that treated the sun as an energy source that could be harnessed directed and used for specific purposes. And the temples, those weren't just buildings, they were instruments, precision-engineered structures aligned to capture light at specific times, specific angles, for specific purposes. The Temple of Karnak has a shaft that lights up the inner sanctum exactly twice a year during the solstices. Not approximately. Exactly. These people were tracking celestial mechanics with mathematical precision thousands of years before we had telescopes.
Exactly.
Great pyramids of Giza
I'm
is
saying
aligned.
these are practices, not worship. This is science. Practices. They weren't worshiping no sun. They thought, oh, the black people worship the sun. No, you're stupid. Go ahead, Joe.
Thousands of years before we had telescopes. The Great Pyramid at Giza is aligned to true north with an accuracy of 3/60ths of a single degree. To put that in perspective, modern construction with laser levels can't achieve that level of precision consistently. Why? Why would you spend decades, sometimes centuries, building structures aligned to celestial mechanics with tolerances measured in fractions of degrees? Because they understood something we've completely forgotten. That light doesn't just illuminate, it activates. That when sunlight enters a sacred space at a particular angle during a particular moment in the Earth's rotation around the sun, it creates conditions for heightened awareness, for expanded perception, for states of consciousness that don't happen randomly. They weren't building monuments to ego. They were building instruments for consciousness expansion. And I'm going to tell you exactly how they did it and why it worked. But first, you need to understand how we lost this knowledge. Because the loss wasn't accidental. The loss was systematic, deliberate. And the people who orchestrated that loss, they kept the knowledge for themselves while feeding you corrupted versions designed to keep you passive. Stay with me because this gets uncomfortable. But here's where it gets complicated. Here's where we lost the thread. None of this was meant to be understood literally. And this is the part where most people get confused and either reject everything or turn it into something it's not. So I need you to really hear this because it's crucial. The ancient world operated on symbolic literacy, on the understanding that reality has
Literacy.
layers, that there's the surface level, what you can touch and measure, and then there's the pattern underneath, the organizing principle. The structure that gives meaning to the surface. When they said the sun was Ra traveling across the sky in a solar bark, they weren't describing a literal boat in space. They were encoding astronomical knowledge into narrative form, into story, into symbol. Because symbols do something that raw data never can. They embed meaning directly into consciousness.
Exactly.
They bypass the analytical mind and speak to something deeper. A symbol is a container. It holds information, yes, but it also holds implication, relationship, context, multiple layers of meaning operating simultaneously. When you understand a symbol properly, you're not just learning a fact. You're recognizing a pattern that repeats across multiple scales of reality. The Ankh, that Egyptian symbol that looks like a cross with a loop at the top, it represents eternal life, yes. But it also represents the union of masculine and feminine.
Pause. It represents it's masculine and feminine, and also means that you're eternal. No such thing as death. So you can't have a woman without a man. You can't have a man without a woman. And that's where they stole and put your cross from. Exactly. That means that you must have male and female energy to survive. Can't have one dominant. Remember, everything's now male oriented. Everything's a man. No, you must have balance in the universe, man and female. We'll go ahead, Joe.
It represents the key to hidden knowledge. It represents the breath of life. It represents the rising sun on the horizon. All of these meanings exist simultaneously in one symbol. That's not confusion. That's sophisticated encoding. But what happened over time, and this is critical, is that the symbols remained while the understanding faded. People kept performing the rituals, kept using the language, kept building the temples, but the why got lost. The initiatory knowledge that explained what the symbols actually meant, it got restricted.
They got lost. They got lost because they fell in vibration, so they became stupid.
Eventually, it vanished almost entirely. So now you've got billions of people encountering these symbols, crosses, halos, solar imagery, resurrection stories, and interpreting them literally, taking them at face value, missing the entire point. Let me show you what I mean, because this is where it gets wild. Christianity is full of solar symbolism. I mean, saturated with it. And once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it.
You can't unsee it because it's the same thing. Exactly, it's copied. It's like Islam. It's copied from ancient Africa. Exactly. Once you see it, you know what you're looking at. You can't unsee it. That's what fucked me up. Once I've seen it, I couldn't unsee it. I knew what I was looking at. Go ahead, Joe.
Jesus is called the light of the world. He's born on December 25th, which isn't his actual birthday by any historical account, but it is the winter solstice, the moment when the sun reaches its lowest point and begins its journey back north. 3 days after the solstice, December 25th through 28th, the sun appears to stand still in the sky. It stops moving south. It appears to die. Then on December 29th, it begins moving north again. It's born again, resurrected, Easter, spring equinox. The exact moment when the sun crosses the celestial equator, moving north. Day and night become equal, balance is restored, and then light begins to dominate. Resurrection, rebirth, new life emerging from death. He's depicted with a halo, a solar disk, around his head in almost every traditional representation. 12 disciples surrounding him, the 12 signs of the zodiac through which the sun travels during its annual
the zodiac sign.
journey. And here's the part that's going to make you stop and think. One of those 12 disciples was a woman. Look at Da Vinci's Last Supper. Really look at it. The figure to Jesus' right, that's female. Art historians have argued about this for centuries, but the symbolism is clear. One of the 12 zodiacal signs is Virgo, the Virgin. You can't represent the complete zodiacal cycle without including the feminine sign. Da Vinci knew. He encoded it right there in plain sight. And the church has spent 500 years trying to explain it away.
Trying to hide it.
But if you read that literally, if you think it's just about one man who physically died and came back to life,
it's not.
You miss what the story is actually teaching. It's teaching you about cycles, about the inevitability of renewal, about how darkness is temporary and light always returns, about how consciousness, symbolized by the sun, by Christ, by the light, cannot be permanently extinguished. It's showing you the pattern that governs all.
Exactly. Christ is not a person. That's right. It's a vibration. But they took your teachings and made it into some crazy man things that never existed. Because remember, the Christ was here before the man. Okay? He's just stolen African tradition, African science that they now put a person or to control people. They put into a religion. Africans didn't have religions. These were practices, okay, of science and spirituality that actually was. This other shit is all made up, stolen. Have you worship is about control and lies. Go ahead, Jimmy.
All of existence. Birth, death, rebirth, expansion, contraction, expansion, order, chaos, order. The pattern repeats at every scale, in every system. And when you understand that, when you see that every religion is describing the same astronomical reality, using different names and narratives, you realize that what you thought was history is actually astrotheology. The study of how ancient peoples encoded celestial observations into religious mythology. Jordan Maxwell spent 60 years researching this. Manly P. Hall wrote extensively about it. Gerald Massey documented the connections in exhaustive detail. This isn't fringe theory. This is documented scholarship that just doesn't get taught because it threatens the literal interpretation that keeps institutions in power. Now here's what I promised you earlier. The etymology that reveals everything. Jesus Christ, the Son of God. S-O-N. Change one letter and it's the Son of God.
Son, now pause it.
S-U-N.
I told you everything goes back to etymology, language. See, when you understand the science of etymology, you can break down all the lies, right? That's why I told you. I taught you guys that the etymology is there to find out what we talking about. Hebrew is Greek. So we know there wasn't any Hebrew language. You know that when the white people came in, they asked them black people to make them religion, and since they spoke the Greek language, that's where you get your first Bible from Greek. No, there was no Hebrews because the Hebrew language didn't exist. See, I know that scientifically because I know linguistically that Hebrew goes back to Greek. So I know I've been given lies that these Hebrews and the Hebrews run around, came in and they were slaves. That's all made up because Hebrew is Greek. Yeah, linguistically that's a fact. So I know the Greek language comes before the Hebrew language. So there's never any fucking Hebrews in history. It's made up. I know that because I know the Hebrew, the Greek language created by the Africans when they got conquered by the white people. And out of that language comes the Hebrew language. These are just facts. So it was no motherfucker named Moses, or nobody named Solomon, or no motherfucker named David. It's all made up bullshit. But I knew that linguistically until I had to get matched up with the history. You know, it's all fake. Historically, it's fake. But I knew that linguistically, I knew that was a lie because of the language, where language comes from, where does it start from? So linguistically, that's why that made that book. Joseph Yehuda wrote that the Hebrew is Greek cost $5,000 because they want you to be able to read it. You know you're gonna spend no $5,000 on no book. They can't debunk it because they know it's for fact, but it destroys their institution. So there's all these goofy religions because you're not to know history, not to know real truth that Hebrew is Greek. There wasn't no Jews or no Hebrews running around. No, that's made up. It's made up in a book. It's a fairy tale. It's fake. It's a lie. But you wouldn't know that because you don't study linguistics. Well, you know you're not gonna buy that book because you got $5,000 on a book when you got to pay rent.
And before you dismiss that as coincidence, understand that ancient languages, Hebrew, Greek, Aramaic, these were languages where words with similar sounds were understood to carry related meanings, where homonyms weren't accidents, but intentional encoding. The sun rises. The sun rises. The sun is the light of the world. The sun is the light of the world. The sun gives life. The sun gives life to every living thing on this planet. Without the sun, you cannot reach the Father. Without the sun, you cannot access the source of all energy in this solar system. This isn't blasphemy. This is the original teaching before it got literalized and weaponized by institutional religion. The early Christian mystics understood this. The Gnostics, the Desert Fathers, the contemplatives who practiced inner transformation. They knew they were working with solar principles. They knew that let your eye be single and your whole body will be full of light. Wasn't poetry. It was instruction, technical instruction for a specific practice involving the pineal gland and light perception. But the church couldn't let that understanding spread too widely. And here's why. And this is crucial. If people know they can access divine light directly through their own awareness, through their own practice, through their own alignment with cosmic rhythm, what do they need priests for? What do they need institutional authority for? What do they need someone else to mediate their relationship with the divine? They don't. Direct experience threatens hierarchy. Personal gnosis threatens control. Unmediated access to source threatens every power structure built on the premise that you need permission to access the sacred. So the symbolism stayed, but it got frozen, turned into doctrine instead of practice, into belief instead of experience, into something you accepted on faith rather than something you verified through direct observation. And that's how you end up with billions of people who can recite solar mythology without recognizing it as solar mythology, who celebrate the solstice while calling it Christmas, who mark the equinox while calling it Easter. who use the language of light and resurrection without understanding they're describing the same astronomical reality every ancient culture described. But wait, there's more to this, because the zodiacal connection goes deeper than just 12 disciples. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the 4 gospel writers, the 4 perspectives on the Christ story. You know what they represent? The 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. 4 cardinal points marking the sun's annual journey. Spring equinox, summer solstice, fall equinox, winter solstice. 4 perspectives on the same solar cycle. 4 accounts of the same story, told from different vantage points along the zodiacal wheel. And the story they're telling? It's the story of their risen Savior. Their Savior who rises every single morning, who brings light to dispel darkness, who makes crops grow and life flourish, who withdraws in winter and returns in spring. This is astrotheology. This is what happens when you encode astronomical observations into religious narrative so precisely that centuries later, people are still reading it as literal history instead of celestial science.
I understand where it
Now,
came
here's
from.
where this connects to you, to your actual life, to why you feel the way you feel. Because this isn't just ancient history. This isn't just symbolic interpretation of old texts. This is about understanding how your body and consciousness are designed to operate, and how catastrophically disconnected you've become from that design. Your body runs on solar cycles, not symbolically, not metaphorically, literally. You have an internal clock called the circadian rhythm that regulates when you wake, when you sleep, when your body produces certain hormones.
And pause that.
When
And
your
when you throw
digestion
pause
works.
it, pause it. And when you throw up that circadian rhythm, you end up see everything works in cycles. About everything's a cycle, nothing's linear. When you throw up that circadian rhythm, that rhythm's how you get sick, how you get illness, how you get cancer, and all other kinds of diseases because you're out of rhythm. You're out of cycles. That's why the woman would know. You would know that as a woman, because a woman goes through a cycle every 28 days. It's cyclical. The universe works in cycles, not linear. But you used to know that. Well, you got different seasons. It's cycles. It's a circle. Everything comes back, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. It repeats itself. It's cycle. It's cyclical. So that's why all your goofy religions are lies. Because the world is cyclical, not linear. Go ahead, Joby.
Optimally, when your cognitive function peaks, when your immune system is most active. Every major biological system
Exactly, your immune
operates
system.
on approximately a 24-hour cycle. And that clock, it's synchronized by light, specifically by the rising and setting of the sun. When you wake up and you get sunlight in your eyes within the first hour, not through a window, not through glasses, not through contacts, but actual direct sunlight hitting your retina, you're telling your brain what time it is. You're setting your internal rhythm to match external reality. Your pineal gland receives that light signal and starts a cascade of biological processes that regulate your entire day. But how many people do that anymore? Most people wake up to an alarm, a sound that jolts your nervous system into fight or flight mode before you're even conscious. They check their phone immediately, blue light blasting cortisol levels right out of the gate. Maybe they see the sun through a window if they're lucky, but window glass filters out the specific wavelengths that signal your circadian clock. Then they spend their entire day in artificial light, LED bulbs flickering at frequencies that stress your nervous system, computer monitors emitting blue light that tells your brain it's perpetual noon, fluorescent office lighting that contains none of the red and infrared wavelengths present in natural sunlight. All of this gives your brain completely confused signals about what time it is and what it should be doing. Then they wonder why they can't sleep at night, why they feel tired all day but wired at 11 p.m., why their mood is unstable, why they can't focus, why their digestion is a mess, why they feel disconnected from any sense of rhythm or order, why they need coffee to wake up and melatonin to sleep and stimulants to focus and sedatives to calm down. You're not broken, you're desynchronized. And the Egyptians knew this 3,000 years ago. They knew that the pineal gland, which they symbolized as the eye of Horus, as the Died pillar, as the seat of inner vision, was the mediator between external light and internal awareness. That it was both a biological organ and a gateway to expanded perception. Let me show you something that's going to make your jaw drop. The Eye of Horus, this ancient Egyptian symbol that shows up everywhere in their art, their architecture, their religious iconography. It's not just a stylized eye, it's an anatomical diagram of your brain. Each component of the Eye of Horus corresponds to a specific brain structure. The pupil represents the thalamus.
And remember,
the eyebrow represents...
pause it. And remember, they made that evil. Remember, that's the all-seeing eye. It's all evil. All on TikTok, YouTube, that's evil. Ain't nothing about that evil.
True.
In our ancient science, they take everything we had and they invert it and make it evil. And since you don't know nobody, you say, oh, you got black people, oh, this is evil. This is the devil is evil. No, you're a moron. That's what it is. You're a moron. Go ahead, Joe.
Corpus callosum. The tear duct, or spiral at the bottom, represents the hypothalamus. The extension to the right represents the medulla oblongata. And at the center, the pineal gland. Modern neuroscience confirmed this in the 1960s when researchers overlaid the Eye of Horus over brain scans and found exact anatomical correspondence.
Ain't this funny? All science proves that your spiritual science is correct. And all science proves that your goofy Bible and your goofy Allah is all wrong. Things they told you to hate and be scared of and this devil is proven by science. Because your people were scientists thousands of years ago. These are practices, not religion. Go ahead, Joe.
These weren't primitive people making up symbols. They were advanced anatomists encoding medical knowledge into sacred geometry. They knew the brain. They knew the endocrine system. They knew that the pineal gland, this tiny pine cone-shaped organ sitting in the geometric center of your skull, was the interface between light and consciousness. And here's what modern science has confirmed. The pineal gland is a photoreceptor. It contains the same cells as your retina. It responds to light even though it's buried deep in your brain where no light should reach. How? There's a direct pathway from your eyes to your pineal gland that bypasses your visual cortex entirely. Light enters your eyes, travels along the retinohypothalamic tract, and signals your pineal gland without you ever consciously seeing anything. This happens automatically, constantly. Every moment, light hits your retina. Your pineal gland produces melatonin, which regulates sleep. It produces serotonin, which regulates mood. It regulates your circadian rhythm, your seasonal cycles, your hormonal balance. And in certain states, deep meditation, near-death experiences, moments of profound insight, the moments surrounding birth and death, it produces DMT, dimethyltryptamine, the most powerful naturally occurring psychedelic compound known to neuroscience. The molecule that mystics say allows you to perceive higher dimensions of reality. Your brain has a gland that produces the same compound shamans use to access non-ordinary states of consciousness. And that gland responds to light. You're not going to like this, but you're walking around with dormant hardware. Biological equipment designed to interface with cosmic intelligence. And nobody told you how to activate it. Nobody told you the sun was the key. Actually, that's not quite true. They did tell you. But they told you in symbolic language you weren't taught to decode.
I did tell you that for years.
Let your eye be single, and your whole body shall be full of light. Matthew 6, verse 22. The single eye, the third eye, the pineal gland. When your attention becomes unified, when you stop fragmenting your awareness across 1,000 distractions, light fills your entire being. Not metaphorical light. Actual neurochemical activation triggered by photosensitive cells in your pineal gland, responding to coherent states of consciousness. This is what the mystics knew. This is what the desert hermits practiced. This is what the Egyptian initiates were taught in the mystery schools. But let me back up, because there's a deeper pattern here. A pattern about ages and consciousness shifts that explains why we're having this conversation right now, why this knowledge is resurfacing after being buried for centuries. Every 2,100
called the 25,000 year cycle of time. You're going back up on that pendulum he's talking about. So you're gonna start waking up and getting more knowledge. Good, Joe.
150 years, the world changes completely. Not randomly, not by accident, because we enter a new astrological age and consciousness itself upgrades. This isn't belief. This is astronomy. The Earth wobbles on its axis, a phenomenon called precession of the equinoxes, which means the backdrop of stars behind the sun at the spring equinox shifts gradually over time. It takes about 25,920 years for a complete cycle. Divide that by 12 zodiacal signs and you get 2,160 years per age. And every time we transition from one age to another, there's upheaval, revolution. The old systems collapse and new ones emerge. The old gods get replaced by new ones. The old stories get rewritten. The age of Taurus ran from about 4,400 BC to 2,200 BC. The age of the bull. And what do we see during this period? Bull worship everywhere. The Egyptians venerating Apis and Hathor, the Minoans worshipping the bull. The phrase holy cow that we still use today without knowing why. The golden calf story in Exodus. That's about the transition from Taurus to Aries. Moses goes up the mountain to receive the new commandments, the new ordinances for the new age. And when he comes down, he finds the Israelites worshipping the golden calf, the bull, the old age, and he's furious because they're clinging to the past when God has already moved into the future. The age of Aries begins, the age of the ram. And suddenly ram's horns become sacred. The shofar, the ram's horn blown during Jewish high holy days, that's an Aryan symbol. The Lamb of God symbolism emerges. Sacrifice of rams. The entire religious structure shifts to reflect the new cosmic age. Then around the year 0, give or take a few decades, depending on how you calculate it,
Pisces.
we transition from Aries to Pisces,
Pisces.
the age of the fish.
The fish.
And who shows up right at that transition point?
The Jesus nonsense. Exactly.
Who tells his disciples, I will make you fishers of men, who feeds the multitudes with fish and bread, who is represented by the ichthys, the fish symbol that early Christians used to identify each other, who calls his followers to be fishers of souls. The entire Christian era, the last 2,000 years, has been the age of Pisces, the age of faith, of belief, of following, of being shepherded like fish swimming in schools. And now, we're at the end of Pisces. Right now. You are living through the transition from Pisces to Aquarius, the age of the water bearer, the age where information pours forth like water, where hidden knowledge gets distributed, where the gatekeepers lose control of the gates. The end times that Christians keep talking about. It's not the end of the world. It's the end of an age, the end of a 2,150-year cycle where belief and faith and following external authority were the primary modes of consciousness.
Are over.
And what's the new age about?
Knowledge.
Aquarius, the water bearer, the one who pours out the water of knowledge.
But knowledge.
Individual gnosis, direct access, personal awakening. The dissolution of hierarchical structures that depend on people not knowing how to access source directly. You're not going crazy. Reality isn't falling apart. We're in the birth pangs of a new consciousness.
A new age, exactly. New
and it's
new light.
uncomfortable, and disorienting. And it feels like everything's breaking down. Because it is. The old structures are collapsing. And either you're going to cling to them like the Israelites clinging to the golden calf, or you're going to move forward into the new pattern. And the sun doesn't care about your preference. It keeps moving through its eternal cycles whether you're ready or not. But here's what they don't tell you. And this is the piece that changes everything. The people who understand these cycles, who track them, who align their actions with cosmic timing. They have power, real power, not the kind of power that comes from force, but the kind that comes from working with natural law instead of against it. The Egyptians understood this profoundly. They didn't just observe the sun. They built their entire civilization around solar alignment. Their calendar, their festivals, their agricultural cycles, their architectural orientation, their initiation rites, everything synchronized to celestial mechanics. The flooding of the Nile, the event that made Egyptian civilization possible, was predicted by watching Sirius. When Sirius rose heliacally at dawn, appearing just before sunrise after a period of invisibility, the Nile would flood within days, every single year. Like clockwork. This wasn't magic, this was precision observation of celestial patterns, creating reliable predictions about terrestrial events. And the priests who knew how to track this, they had authority, real authority, because they could tell you when to plant, when to harvest, when the flood was coming, when the season would change. Knowledge of cycles is power. Control of the calendar is control of consciousness. Think about it. Whoever decides when the holy days are, whoever determines when you celebrate, when you fast, when you rest, when you work, that person controls the rhythm of your life, controls how you mark time, controls what you pay attention to and when. The Catholic Church knew this. That's why they absorbed pagan solar festivals and renamed them Christian holidays. Winter solstice becomes Christmas, spring equinox becomes Easter. They didn't try to eliminate solar observation, they co-opted it. Wrapped it in new mythology while keeping the same timing. Because the timing is what matters. The rhythm is what shapes consciousness. And now we live in a world with no rhythm, no seasonal markers that mean anything. Christmas in July sales, spring collections in winter, artificial light destroying circadian cues, 24/7 commerce that never stops. A complete disconnection from cosmic timing, and people wonder why they feel anxious, depressed, disconnected. Like time is speeding up and they can't catch their breath. You've been removed from the organizing principle.
Yeah, so I'll literally pause it at that. 15 minutes left of that particular video, and I'd love to share on the WhatsApp group if you guys can allow me. But yeah, that has been our conversation for today. And literally,
Yeah,
if you
he
listen
actually
to
got it right. So Joe thought I was going to destroy it again. Actually, he's right. So I got, when you're correct, I got no reason going to come after you. What he's saying is correct.
yeah, so let me go to the comments very quickly
Of
as
course.
we end up with today's conversation. I see earlier we had Ricky saying, you guys look at lots of TV, only look at TV doing college football, NFL, and NBA playoffs. I bet.
What lot of TV you talking about? We ain't looking at no TV. What TV we talking about? Oh, you talking about we're talking about the old movie, Rick. We're talking about the invasion of the body snatchers that was explaining something. That's not TV. That's a movie.
And I also see we have John Mosquito says, what else did Niche teach me? A lot of things, man. Shout out to Niche. I do love me, Niche, man. I think because she's a Sagittarius as me, we just get along very well. That's all I can say. We learn a lot from each other every single time we hang out. But I also see Jason says the Temple of the Babik is a sun tower temple to all those really huge structures that they even found an old ancient giant graveyard. The Smithsonian kept hidden. And John Mosquito says, notice the disciples are grouped in 3 sets of 4 during the Last Supper. And John Mosquito says that try telling the Hebrews Israelites that, Keith. And also see we have Steve John Mosquito says that the LED lights make us more aggressive too, apparently. Personally, I don't like them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like them. I don't like them. And I also see John Mosquito says the Egyptians definitely had medical knowledge because during mummification, they had to remove the organs.
Of course they did. And they move all the organs and they put them in jars, septic jars, to maintain the organs outside the body. But yeah, You talking about high bet? See, they only go back to Kim, and then that's what they don't. I get mad. No, we go back millions of years of these cycles. Being smart, stupid, smart, stupid, smart, stupid. Not just way before Kemet, way before Kemet.
Also says the whole body is an extension of the brain. It's brilliant stuff. Also says
It
the
is.
human body is the highest form of technology. It can be manipulated, but never duplicated.
Okay, yeah, it's most. There's no robot they'll ever make. There's no AI that can ever compete with the human brain and the human body if it was reached its full potential. It's not even close. That's why we're in a society where you can't reach it, but it doesn't make a difference. As the ages go up and more light hitting the earth, you come online no matter what as a black person, no matter what. That's why they're trying to blot out the sun, all this old crazy shit. Because as African people, you're gonna come online. Not only are you gonna be the highest population, you're gonna start being smart than a motherfucker around here.
Yeah, so I've had your request, John Mosquito, asking me I should play more videos like this. I will. I will. I've had that video you, and I decided to play it today. To them, but I'm like, because Keith has taught us most of these things, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't play it.
No, you should still play it. You should still play it. It's good. It's good. It's good coming from another source. I can't talk. It's good. Good somebody hearing somebody else's perspective, and there was something wrong, and I'll say it, but I didn't hear anything wrong. He just kept saying shit. The ancients. They never want to say the Africans. The ancients. They ain't, who's the ancients? Who's that? They never want to say the Africans. It's always these ancient people. Who the fuck are the ancients? It's the
So
Africans.
yeah, I'm sharing the video right now. If you are requesting, you can watch it from. I've started from the. I stopped it on the 30. That is on the 30th minute. You can pick it up from there for those who'd love to continue. It's just 20 minutes.
There you guys go.
Yeah, for those who'd love to. Here is the video. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, much love, family. I think we're gonna continue with maybe most of that conversation on Friday, and we can look at if we're gonna continue the same conversation. Look at also why they're trying to block the sun. If not, we can pick that conversation from another day. But it's something or discussions we've had literally a couple of times. But that has been my time with you guys. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Thank you so much for tuning in. In case it's your first time, once again, remember to subscribe. And remember, we do this every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday as you get to stay educated. It's not just a conversation. You walk out with some knowledge, I hope, always. But peace unto you. Keep your closing remarks as if we literally wrap it up. I think it is busy on his end, but much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Peace, and we out.